Assalamualaikum, my name is Akmal Fikri bin Azman and my matric number is 2000946, and this is the video assignment for food sanitation class. And the topic for today's assignment is dented cans. Okay or no way? So to begin with, let's start with the reason of why we can food. Well, for starters, canned food provides easy transportation. It is especially a problem in high temperature and high humidity region, for example the tropical region like Malaysia. We all know that microbes thrive in high humidity area, and thus it is a problem to transport product for a long distance. This is one of the reasons why we can food, and the next reason is obvious, which is to preserve food for a long period of time. So how does canning preserve food? Well, compared to other methods, canning kills all bacteria and molds and even inactivate the enzymes that resides in the product. So it has no chance for it to grow if it is done properly. The preservation is done through a thermal operation which follows a heat gradient from the heating medium to the food inside the can. By following a specific time and temperature, like it really depends on the product and the targeted microbes. Different product and different microbes have different time and temperature to kill it. It will result in the destruction of the microbial population or enzymes that are responsible for the deterioration of the product. This means that both vegetative cells and spores are eliminated from the product, which results in a longer shelf life. Now, back to the topic of the assignment. What dented cans? Is it safe to consume? Well, some dented cans are harmless. It is called minor defects, but others can prove to be lethal, and it is called major defects. Both minor and major defects have 3 classification each. And for the minor defect, usually it occurs during the transportation of the cans, and it is after it is done processing. For an example, the transporter accidentally dropped the cans while trying to place it on the shelf. This will result in the dent. As long as it has no leaks, or as long as there is no air holes produced in the cans, then it poses no threat to your life. It is counted as a minor defect. For the major defect, however, it happens during the processing stage and sometimes even after it as well. But why is it lethal? Well, if the cans are not treated properly, as said before, it means that the microbes that is inside the product that was meant to be killed are not eliminated, are still inside the product. Only a portion of it are eliminated. So if we leave it for a period of time, it will only create a bigger population, because from the factory to us the consumer, we're not gonna eat it immediately after we buy it. We'll probably leave it for a period of time. So in this amount of time, it might grow, and if we consume it, it will be harmful for us because more toxin are produced. Bigger the population, the more toxin it can produce. So now, let's say there's a microbial population inside this can. How does that create a dent in the can? Well, if there's a big population of microbes inside it, the gases that the microbes release will push the can outwards. So the can would look bloated, or the can would make a dent outwards. And the usual problem is the Clostridium botulinum. which when its toxin is consumed, it will give you botulism. Not saying that this is the only bacteria that creates a problem in canning. There is more. This is just one of the reasons. And as the conclusion, the answer is clear. Unless you run a test to see whether the product is contaminated or not, it is a huge gamble to make. The decision is really in your hand. Even the United States Department of Agriculture recommends you to discard any cans that are dented. If in doubt, throw it out. So question yourself, is it really worth saving a few ringgit in exchange for your life? That is all from me. Thank you for listening.